All right, so we are live, and I just want to say hello to everybody, and welcome to your Projector Power, Projector Only live training. And I have some great, I have your charts here, those of you who have posted them. Hey, Alicia. Hi, Faith. Hey, Lisa. Awesome, awesome. Okay. We are also live. We're good? Okay. So, tell me who's here once you guys jump on. This is really exciting. I cannot tell you how excited I am to do this training for projectors. So I have some charts here, and I am going to I'm going to look at what we have here, some of the charts. Let's see. We have Eugenia. Hey, hi. We have Eugenia's chart here. Splenic projector. Type in whether you are a emotional splenic or an ego projected. What a self-projected projector, mental projector, which projector you are. Hey, Michelle. Hi. Oh, it's so good to have you. I'm really, this is going to be a deep training. And if you are a projector and you know a projector, go ahead and send this video out to any projectors that you know. There's sort of this incredible relaxation that comes over my body, knowing that we're, in this together, in this incredible experience and journey as projectors. So, hey, Cherie, awesome. Good to have you. We've got Cherie, the emotional projector. We have Michelle. I'm just looking at the charts that I have here with the 1-8. Michelle's got the 1-8 channel. We know Faith's freak to genius. Alicia, hi, our beautiful emotional projector. Let's see who else is showing up. Lisa's emotional projector. Awesome, awesome. Okay. Very, very exciting. I'm going to take a quick peek. I don't see any chats coming in over here, but please go ahead and let us know if you're here live and what kind of projector you are. And we're going to go ahead and dive into this incredibly powerful training that we have for you guys today. Couple things is if you haven't opted in to the training series, there is an opt-in in the copy, in the link here, in the copy in the notes, to make sure that you're getting all of the videos for this training, because this is projector only, but we have other trainings planned and in store for you that's going to touch on other things like your circuitry. And this is really important for a projector to know, because the circuitry is really what you're here to be known for. So that's pretty key. Let's see. Awesome. Laureen, the self-projected projector. Awesome. Hi. So glad you made it. Awesome. Awesome. So also just let us know how much you know about being a projector. Kind of helps guide the training if we know, what kind of knowledge that you have. I'm going to go at a high level from my projectors who I know, who I've been working with. Alicia, who's in my very sacred mastermind group. So I know she's been working as a projector and on her business. So I'm going to work at a high level, but I'm also going to work on a new level for those of you who are brand new to this intel. And we're going to really touch on all those levels for everybody to get something out of this training. So first thing I want to start by saying, projectors have a really important role to play on the planet right now. We're in an incredibly new, interesting time, and they have a really unique role. on this planet. Now, most of you, because I've seen a little bit about each one of you, you're doing some type of entrepreneurial venture. You guys have businesses and you are doing some type of, a lot of you are either coaches, transformational healers, mystics, shamans. But as a projector, you actually have a very important role to play as well. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, if perchance you're not a projector and you've jumped onto this training or you're watching this training, you're going to get a lot out of this as well. Because if you are a generator or a manifester or manifesting generator, reflector, and you're working with clients, you are going to have 20% of your population that are projectors, around 20%. And they have a very unique role to play, and you really need to learn how to recognize their uniqueness so you can guide and direct them properly. And I'm telling you, if we can all do this, we can really begin to kind of shift the dynamic on the planet, which is, we see this unfolding, this energy increasing. And so everyone's going to play a role in assisting the collective in learning their parts in this. You can call it an ascension process. You can call it an awakening. In human design, we're calling it the era of the individual, which is what is being shown in the rave chart. We're actually literally transforming into a new human. Okay, so that's a whole other powerful topic. I don't know if we're going to get to that today, but we will, okay, on video 3. So thank you for the love, by the way. I love you guys. I'm so excited to be here with you, with these amazing, amazing projectors. So I'm just checking over here. We've got, if you guys don't notice, I'm actually in Davidian's office today because we got a couple screens going. And we're actually live on YouTube as well. So welcome, YouTube. Davidian and I, Unleash Your Genius. We're excited to share with our subscribers as well. And we hope that you join us in the video series if you're tuning in on YouTube. All right, so let's dive into the information. First off, projectors, did you know that this aura type just came onto the scene in 1781? Now, what that means is this is a brand new aura type on the planet. And why? Why did this brand new aura type enter the scene? And I can't give you specific information on why. It's not like I have that knowledge more than anyone else on the planet, but I can give you some ideas on what people have said, and from my own perspective is that there is a shift, a 400-year cycle that is shifting in 2027. We are moving into a brand new way of being on the planet. There is an awakening that is happening. Now, what role does the projector have to play in this awakening? Well, the projector is a little bit like the wise old shaman on a hill that can see. It leads and it guides and it directs. So as a projector, your highest potential is to begin the process to see, lead, guide, and direct. Now, the trick is that you're going to know sort of the direction, how to assist that direction in this ascension process. You may not even know yet exactly what you're here to do. And I'm going to tell you why you might not know that yet in just 1 second by using this analogy. Now, this is not a perfect analogy, but I'm hoping that it supports this training and it supports everyone who's watching this, including the other aura types. So what we're going to be learning is that even though we're moving into a time when you really need to crack open your individuality, your uniqueness, and your unique genius, and we need to differentiate, we're also learning that we cannot work alone. We're not meant to be, you know, doing everything by ourselves. It takes every aura type to manifest a project, okay? So it takes every aura type. Now, I'm going to use the analogy of a movie, okay? Because I think it's a great analogy. So when you're making a movie, you have the director, the producer, the creative team, and then you have, and we're going to use this analogy, it's not perfect, as the art critic, okay? And it takes all of these people to make the movie and to work together in order to manifest, okay? So what we see in the analogy of the movie is that the projector is actually the director. The generator are the actors, the creative talent, the crew, the cameraman, everybody who's busy working, making it happen. And then the manifestors are like the producers. They're out there. They're the ones who got the money. They go out, they tell everybody there's a movie being made and I'm going to do it. And then the reflector is kind of like the art critic, kind of giving you the temperature. This movie's going to be a huge success, or this movie kind of sucks because everybody was off, doing their own thing and didn't come together, and it's kind of not great, right? So, but what you see is you see a lot of the actors and a lot of the crew running around like crazy, not even knowing that they need a director. Okay, not even knowing that there's the wise old director on the hill looking, up above saying, oh, wow, all these people need to, go this direction or do this. They're not even looking for direction, right? And so what happens to them is they're frustrated. Their energy is moving, and they're in this like frustration cloud. And then the projector's like, oh my God, I know what to do. I know how to help. I know how to support. They run down. They're trying to direct, trying to do their job, and no one's listening. They're like, it's like ghost town crickets for the poor projector director, right? So, and then the projector just like, and by the way, give me a little heart if you understand what I'm saying. You know what to do. You're telling people, you kind of have an idea, right? But it's not really, it does, like, people aren't really hearing the level of insight, the level of direction, the level of power, and the level of intel that you can actually provide. Okay. So what happens is that you're trying to figure out, well, how do I do my job? Now I'm going to lead this towards the idea of creating a business, because many of you here are entrepreneurs, you're running your business, and you're asking, how do I market, how do I do sales, how do I create a business when I'm a projector and I got to tell the world about what I'm here to provide. And so we're going to go with this analogy as like, you're out there kind of tapping people on the shoulder saying, hey, let me direct you. And people are kind of like brushing you aside. And so it only takes like a lifetime of being brushed aside that you start losing your breath. You start not wanting to speak. You doubt your genius. You start doubting all of the power that you have. You doubt yourself. And due to the nature of human design, you're absorbing and amplifying that generator fuel. And so you're burning yourself out, and you don't know that you're different, and no one recognizes you as being different, and they expect you to run the race that they're in. And this causes adrenal fatigue, burnout, just bitterness and pain that you're in the business world. It doesn't work out the same way for you as it does for other people. And so there's a lot of pain associated with this as a projector. And you go out in the world, you're looking for coaching, you're looking for support, you're looking for programs to kind of help get to the next level of your business. You're looking for marketing and all of these tools. And unfortunately, we're being directed by the generators, manifestors, and manifesting generators. And they can't recognize that we need an entirely different strategy, an entirely different way of being. So why is it important that all of these, the crew and the actors, recognize that they need a projector in their life? Because what turns the director on, what turns the projector on, is when that crew that's running around crazy, being frustrated, doing all kinds of busy work, turns and looks and recognizes the projector. Once they've been recognized, the breath comes back. The projector aura field, which is a laser, directs right into the heart of the person who recognized them. And it's like doing surgery. They recognized you and you're turned on. You're animated. You can breathe. And then that recognition goes into the center. So your aura penetrates right into the center of the other. They recognize you. And then you say, you did a great job with that line, but you need to speak with more inflection. You need to, do your lines using the movie analogy. You give them that little insight about them. And all of a sudden, that's the actor that goes on to get nominated by the Academy or the Reflector because they got turned on with the inside of the projector. And then the Reflector gets to reflect how all the pieces start moving together. Now, that's a very simple and simplified analogy, but you get what I'm saying. Now, the catch-22 projectors is that it's counterintuitive, because what you want to do is you want to run down and tell everybody, hey, I've got news for you. I got this insight. I got this idea. I know how to support you. I know what to do. And by you feeling the need to push, feeling the need to run out and tell people what to do, feeling that, energy, amplifying the generator fuel and feeling that energy, you're actually pushing people further and further away. You're pushing the success further and further away from your business, because what is the correct action for you is to sit back and breathe. Master your system. Master your craft. Master your genius. Learn the next level of what you need to do. And then you're mastering it, you're becoming a master, and you're waiting. And when your aura is aligned, okay, now I also utilize a lot of spiritual tools, and I'll tell you why in a minute, and I'm going to support you guys with that in just 1 second too, is that when you're waiting, you have to do some healing of all the bitterness. You have to do some healing of all of those times when you haven't been seen. Your ideas have been stolen. You've been burned out. You're trying to, run the race with the generator, make as much money as them. And you are, a little bit tired. And especially if you're a generator with no motor. Okay, and we have a couple of you in here where you have no motor at all, so you have less energy. We have Like, for example, Michelle Barr, she has the throat and she has the G center and she's here to inspire, okay? But she doesn't have a motor. So for that example in particular, if you don't have that fuel, then the recognition is so important because that's what animates you. And so if you're trying to do any work or any movement forward without that motor, you're going to get really burned out. Now, I have a motor, and the thing is, the worst part about that is that I've used that motor to push, make people hear me, push, and not understand that I needed to wait for the recognition before I did anything. So it's not necessarily great to have that motor overpowering your strategy, right? So there's a lot of complexities to it. Does that make sense? So I'm getting some love, I'm getting some feedback. So I hope you guys are resonating with what I'm saying. And I'm going to share with you also what we can do about it. Okay. So as the movie director, you're perfecting and mastering your craft, you're waiting, and then imagine if the world, all the actors and all of the crew and everybody finally recognizes, oh my God, we need a director. Imagine how much better this movie would be if we had somebody helping us. And that's sort of what this video is. So share this video with the world, because you see, we all need to know and recognize that there is a differentiation. We have a different role to play. Now, the aura mechanics are different than spirituality, and they're different than, they're a different way of understanding yourself, but it's the way we operate together. It's the nonverbal communication. It's the way the auras are operating in the world and operating together. And imagine if the world begins to recognize differentiation, that yes, we need that director. Oh my God, it's going to make the movie so much better. And that director is supposed to work 4 hours a day, and I'm supposed to listen to that director and allow that insight and recognize that insight. And so imagine how much better think of it in the terms of the office or the business, or when people really recognize that they need that support. Now, in the next 10 years, and we're going to talk about this in video number 3 a lot. So in the next 10 years, this is going to be even more and more critical. Okay, even more critical, that people recognize the differentiations. They know what their role is and they know how to operate. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how do we shift the projector into a place of power, into a place of living their successful code, living as their unique, differentiated aura type, and being able to compete in the marketplace and make enough money. They actually have to make triple the amount of money as the generator will, because they have to work 3 times less. Okay, so how do we do that? And right now, what we see is that the projector is whiny, is complaining. I love you guys. Whiny and complaining. And why isn't it happening for me? And why aren't I getting the results like this person? And why is it's so much easier for her? And there's this energy around the projector. And by the way, nobody owes you anything. You have to get in your aura. You have to pull back from trying to fit in, decondition, expose your uniqueness, master your craft. That immediately brings in the invitation, and you have to live your design for success to occur. There's really no other way for a projector. So you have to learn the power of waiting to be recognized before you provide your gem, your jewel, your power. It's hard to do. It's really hard to do. So breathe in with me. Are you resonating with what I'm saying? I just want to touch in with you guys. Is that all making sense for you? Now, a lot of you have such powerful, powerful intel to give the world. And make sure after this training on your chart, you share a little bit about what you're doing if you haven't already, because we're going to go deeper and deeper into your circuitry, what you're here to be known for. You see, once you know that you need to be recognized first, then you need to know what people need to recognize, and that's shown in your circuitry. Okay, the circuitry lets you know what you're here, that someone's actually seeing you. So you have to know yourself. Projectors, you also have to really know other people. Okay, you're here to really know the other. And so I want to do this incredible process with you guys today. So I want to kind of touch base now. The not self theme of the projector is bitterness. Okay, why I talked about where we see a lot of projectors that, it's like they kind of feel a little burned out because they've been overworking. And so there's this tendency to kind of whine and complain. I'm not saying any of you have ever done that. Nobody here, but everybody else, all those other projectors that aren't understanding who they are. There's like this sense, and I can say it because I'm a projector and I've been known to whine and complain myself. But what happens is if you can relate when you're trying to be heard. Now, this can be in your marketing or when you're trying to run your business and you're ready to go to the next level and you're ready to double your income and you're like trying something, it kind of falls flat. There's a little pain that gets associated with that. And that pain it's almost like a pushing in the throat. It's this bitterness, this why feeling. And what we're here to do today is to empower and power back the projector and also spread the news to all the people out there that they need the guidance. They need to be, they need the insight. And the insight will allow them to work in a beautiful, satisfying way because we can see that. And so what I want you guys to do is just take a breath in with me, everybody here. Take a breath in. And I want you to know that your aura, when you are absorbing and amplifying the generator fuel, which by the way, over 70% of the population, or around 70%, are generators. You have them in your house. You have them in your office. They're everywhere, and we love them. But when you are absorbing and amplifying, I want you to imagine like the Michelin man, where you're like bloated and like blown up and like trying to walk. Okay, a big bubble. And it's because you're like fueled by fuel that's not yours. And so what we want to do is relax for a minute and go deep into your own power. And the deconditioning process is a commitment that you need to say yes to. It's an experiment. So in this moment, just say, I'm going to experiment with this, and I'm going to say yes to living my unique strategy. And then I'm going to see if I have more success in my life. And I'm talking more, business success, life success, more joy, living in that place of, feeling like I have energy again and feeling the aliveness, feeling things unfolding. And so you need to take a commitment breath and say, yes, I'm willing to experiment. Now, of course, each of you are very unique and you all have your own inner authority. So it's a little bit different. So today we're really talking about just the strategy, okay, which is to wait for the invitation, which basically means to wait until you're recognized before you move forward on big life things. Obviously, you can go to the store and buy the clothes that you want, based on like your own desires. But when you're really talking business strategy, marketing, you're really talking about, the direction, your life purpose, which career to take and all of that, you have to get in your body and unplug from the generator fuel and recognize your own beauty and your own uniqueness and your own gifts and the power that you're here to serve over the next 10 years or the next, 400 years cycle. And when you're able to recognize your power and your uniqueness, what happens is your aura just immediately pulls in the invitation. So we're going to do a little exercise here to empower the projector. So breathe in and see yourself reclaiming your energy. Pull all of your energy back. Pull it back from the world. Pull it back from, leading and guiding the wrong people. Pulling it back from trying to be seen. Allow yourself to sit in your power. Unplug and connect in. Now I'm going to get a little woo and a little spiritual here. Connect in with that divine source, that divine grid, and ask for the releasing of any pain, of the bitterness, of trying to be something you're not, of trying to fit into a world that you weren't designed for. Allow yourself to sit back in the power of what you are here to do, the gifts that you're here to give. Feel your breath coming back into your body. Feel the connection to the highest divine service, the highest divine grid, the highest divine coding of sacred geometry, sacred power. Release the pain, the frustration, the burnout. And recognize your divine gift, what you're here to give the planet, what you're here to serve, how you're here to serve. And for you, your daily homework is to be in your joy, to do the things that you love. And then the next stage, we're going to teach you how to use your own inner authority. For those of you who have posted in our Facebook group, we're going to support you in understanding that a little bit more. Please, if you haven't posted your chart, post it in the Spiritualized Entrepreneurs Awakening to the Next Level Facebook group so we can look at you unusual circuitry that each one of you has so we can start recognizing. Okay? So we're going to start recognizing the uniqueness, the power, the purpose of each one of you. And as you begin to feel that power, watch as you pull in the recognition. You pull in that success. The time is now for the projector. The time is now for the projector to lead, guide, and direct. As we're moving into 2027, we're moving into a place, the art of differentiation. We're going to go into that more in our video series. If you haven't tapped into the video series, please make sure you opt into that as well. And we're going to help you through each stage of this really unique process. So I hope that was powerful for you guys. Please give me a little comment. Please let me know what that experience was like. Share with me what your journey has been being a projector. If you've ever had the experience where people didn't recognize you, they stole your ideas, you were speaking and then someone said the exact same thing, what you said. Go back through and re-listen to this recording so that you can empower yourself each day with the recognition of your own power and your own genius. So I look forward to seeing you guys in the Facebook group so we can go a little bit deeper. And thank you guys for everyone who's here live. I just want to give you some love and just check in and see how you felt being in a group of projectors. Was the energy a little bit different for you? So give me some comments below. I do believe my comment box has turned off at this point, so I can't see the comments coming in. But after this video, I'm going to comment on all the comments here in the Facebook group as well as on YouTube. So please let us know what your experience was of that. And I'll look forward to seeing, oh, thank you for the love. I'm seeing the love coming in. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next training so we can deepen this process for you. Bye, everybody. I love you, projectors.